first what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our background. So we're gonna start with some dark blue. We're going to click up here, click airbrush, soft, start from the top, go to like a lighter blue, work our way down, and it'll be a really pretty effect. And we're gonna go to select the second option, go to Gaussian blur, swipe your finger over, and now you have a really pretty sky. And then what I like to do is I will take this green here to create some grass, and this is just gonna be our background so that there's some depth to it. Next, what we're going to do is we're gonna add another layer. When we do add the wood for the table, it doesn't come out with green in the background. I'll explain that in a second. Click textures, click wood, pick your color. Let's just do like standard picnic bench color. Oh, actually I want it to be the other way, so I'm gonna go like this. Actually, with this, you don't want to do it too heavy because then it loses the green. So since we are on another layer, what we can do is we can actually go to this third option up here. Down here we can select rectangle, and what we're going to do is we're going to select rectangle, select this area, cut it, and then we're going to do it again for over here. Whoop. Do it again for over here, cut, and now you kind of have your table starting to form. I'm gonna remove this, cut it. Now you sort of have a nice little table to work with here. So let's begin drawing. So let's do a new layer, and this layer is going to be our glass layer. So let's take like a pretty grayish color, go down. We're gonna select something else, so you can really pick whatever you want. It just has to be thin. And now we can begin drawing the glass. So let's make it pretty tiny. To draw a glass, you have to make an oval. You can hold it down and it will create that. And then you need one line coming down, another line coming in, and then for here you kind of want to do like, you want to do not a straight line because that looks weird. It needs to be slightly curved, and if you hold your pen down, it'll sort of do that for you, and you can adjust the size just by moving it. So okay, now you have this, and what you want to do is actually grab the airbrushing tool, and you're going to make it like a pretty usable size. Fill this in. Do a new layer. So you're going to do a new layer. So next you have your glass. Now you're going to do a new layer, and you're going to fill in the glass. And you don't have to be perfect because you can erase. And that's gonna save you a lot of time and frustration. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little N over here, change the opacity, go back, and simply just be really careful and erase. If you kind of see you messed up, you can take the smudging tool and sort of push it over a little bit. Now you can kind of see you're starting to get a glass. So if you really want to start to give this some dimension, let's put some ice cubes in there, create a new layer, create your ice cubes, put them in here however you want to. Usually ice cubes float, so let's be realistic too and put some up here. Now we can do the same thing, take this little end here, change the ice cubes a little bit, and then let's draw a lemon on the top. So create a new layer, add yellow for the lemon, and don't worry about drawing all over the place. Just draw your lemon. Fill it in. And then you can change the size of your eraser. You can sort of shape it however you want. Since it is a see-through glass, I do suggest creating a new layer and adding yellow here. Adding a little bit of yellow here so that you can see it on the other side of the glass. Taking that and making it just a little bit lighter so that it really looks like it's showing through. Make sure you don't lose the tip of your glass though, because then it won't really look great. People might not notice it, but you just want to be careful if you can. I mean, why not? So you want to add like a little bit of detail, a little bit of seeds, maybe kind of add some little squigglies. You want to make it look realistic, so do a darker yellow and just kind of go around. It does have to be darker. Just kind of go around just to give it that look. Oop. So now you have this, and if you want, you can add a straw too, which is pretty fun. So I just suggest going to make a new layer and then draw your straw however you want it. I'm gonna try to go through the ice cubes. Hold your pen there to get it straight. Do a little bit of a darker color to fill this part in, just to give it dimension. Actually, take this color back by kind of holding down on it. You do want to fill this in. That's not gonna work for some reason, so we're just gonna have to fill it in by hand, which I will speed up. Okay, so now you have your straw, and what I'm gonna do is add another layer, and then I'm gonna take a white, and we're just gonna make a straight line right along the straw, like this, and then also one up here. And now we can click here, click Gaussian blur, and do just like a little bit of a blur. So now it looks like there's some light there. Don't forget about this because this is gonna look weird. Make this incredibly tiny and just go along here to erase that. And then you want to go to the other layer to erase. Now it's actually on the inside of the glass and not the outside. And then the final thing you want to do, add your last layer, go to a really dark black, create an oval here, and fill it in if it lets you. For some reason today I'm just not having good luck with that. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to make that not happen. That would be awesome. Please comment if you know why. Okay, so now we have that. Take this, click here, click this little N, bring the opacity down to make a shadow. Take your eraser and start going in to erase the parts that are actually the cup. I kind of messed up. I'm just going to take the smudging tool, just going to push it up a little bit. And there you go. I guess I'll finish the table and make the table look a little better. I want to add legs to the table, but I need to do it underneath here. So I added a new layer, drag it down. We're gonna do the world's most basic table ever. I don't know what kind of table this is, but this is where you're gonna be drinking your tea. Bam. And I mean, I guess if you want just to do it, add your little white lines. Oh. Add a layer over it. Add your white lines. Do it again over here. And then go up here to the second option, Gaussian blur. Blur it just enough so you can still see it. And now you pretty much have a table. I think personally what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom out. I'm going to take this rectangle option. I'm going to go over to the table over here. I'm going to select just a little bit of this. And we're going to put our finger over this so that we can get the actual color. And then we're just gonna do it just a little bit darker and fill it in with the soft airbrush tool. And then let go. And now your table looks more realistic and you have your lemonade sitting there waiting for you.